guys, hey, thanks for dropping by. My back to school September action figure haul is NECA Alien and Aliens figures. NECA Alien Series 11. Now the assortment for this wave is a Dark Horse Aliens Defiance comic book character, a translucent blue plastic Kenner's Classic Alien figure, and of course Lambert that you see here. Now in my collecting universe, I stick with movie related action figures. I don't do the comics, I don't do the video game figures, I don't do tribute figures or whatever figure else is out there. I tend to stay with the movie related figures, and within that, I filter out which ones I need. Um, but I do applaud NECA for bringing out the gaming figures, bringing out the comic figures, because I feel that it's because of those figures that NECA is able to generate the cash flow, generate the money to bring us figures like Lambert, to bring us figures like future Pan's Labyrinth, or any other figure that NECA has produced. So for that, thank you, NECA. Now, for Series 11 Lambert right here, I'm not sure if this is a hard one to find. I think it's pack 2 per case. The rest of it being those that Kenner's Tribute Alien and the Dark Horse Comic Alien. There's a store here in Vancouver that I purchase my figures from. I usually call them well in advance and say, hey, look, I'm looking for Series 11, Series 12, and they'll like, okay, we'll put your name down, and when they arrive, we'll give you a call. So around the expected time of Series 11 to hit, reading forums and looking at some YouTube reviews, it was evident that the figure was out, but I didn't get the call. And then just recently they said, hey, Bo, Series 12 is in. So it seemed like they missed 11, but it didn't matter because a couple weeks ago, I was in another place in town, and I just walked into a hobby store and they had this. So I said, you know what? I'll make that purchase here and now. Aliens, Series 12, Ripley and Vasquez. Now, there's 4 in the series. There's these 2, and then there's 2 battle damage aliens, which I did not want to purchase. I don't need them. NECA, they can hit the sculpts bang on, but at the same time, they can miss certain characters. I feel that NECA has not successfully hit the mark for the Ripley sculpt. All the Ripley figures I have from NECA, they're not that good. I mean, of course, I'll purchase it, but they're not that good. And I think the same can be said with Sylvester Stallone. The Rambos and the Rockies are like, I'll buy it, but they're not your best job. I mean, I look at Vasquez, and she's just like every figure at the store. The paint job, the paint app was just fabulous. I couldn't pick and choose which one I wanted because they were all great, and they all seemed to hit the mark as far as the sculpt, the likeness. Ripley, it's just you're just trying to get the best one out of the worst. Side note, I do think it's important, and I know some people can't, but for me, NECA, I never order figures online. I have to go to the store and look through them. Like I said, the toy store that I purchased them from, they give me a call and say, "Hey, Bo, they're here," and I'll drive out there, and I'll look through each one because they at that time the shipment just came through, so they'll have lots of the particular figure, Ripley Vasquez, um, on the pegs. So it gives me an opportunity to go through each one, pick out the one, compare, and pick out the one and select the one that I feel is the best. And sometimes, I'm fortunate enough to go through maybe 14 or 15 of one figure. There are times where going through them, I might find a figure like this, and I feel sad because if somebody had purchased or placed an order online, and made the purchase of this figure and then waited, and it came in, and you opened up the box, shipping box, and there she is looking pouty, I'd be upset. This is a quick show and tell of a figure that I have opened. The spacesuit, when Dallas was offered, I mean, it's a fabulous looking sculpt. I don't really need all three open, but I did feel the need to purchase one to open and display. They are the handful of figures where I feel, you know what, this needs to be opened and put in my display. And I felt that this spacesuit, compression suit, was one of those figures. It's incredible. What's cool really is the fact that you've seen alien movies so many times, and during the spacesuit or the compression suit scene, they're just guys and a girl in spacesuits. But when you see the figure being made, and of course it's details, 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 then you're like, wow, I didn't realize that, one was pink, one was blue, and the other one was yellow. And all these little, it almost seems like makeshift things added on here and there to the suit. Um, so it's very interesting to, after so many years, seeing, what you really didn't think of to what it actually is, and it's taken place a few times. Like for me, Empire Strikes Back. Darth Vader's lightsaber, Luke's lightsaber, all the other lightsabers. Before in the past, it was lightsabers are lightsabers, but when Master Replica came out and started making their little figures, no, not little figures, they're little replicas of the lightsabers, the .45 scales. Um, you're like, wow, man, they actually all look different. So, a little side note with details, I guess, things you don't realize until they come into 3D form. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love collecting figures, is to actually see figure in 3D form in my little hands. And here is Vasquez and Ripley being reunited with the rest of the alien crew. Sometimes it's nice to see them still in package after all these years. I mean, some of these are a couple years old, some of these are last year's, but I don't know. Sometimes I like to just see them like this. This one again, I haven't decided what to do with. If I'm going to open or leave in box, but yeah, it looks nice. I mean, I can really I don't know. In box, it's still fresh. And I don't desire to open them. I don't need to open up and play around with them. There are the handfuls that I do, but in these cases, they're just as great the way they are right now. And here is Lambert being appreciated with fellow alien figures from the past, the compression suit gang, and Ripley. That's it, guys. Hey, that was my little show and tell, my back to school show and tell of my action figure haul of Ripley, Lambert, and Vasquez, Private Vasquez. Please like and subscribe. I'll continue to post as figures come up, or as maybe a Blu-ray unboxing comes up. I'm eyeing the Walking Dead season 7. I haven't made the purchase yet, but I have my eye on it. And of course we have Hot Toys, Ripley, and Blitzway Ghostbusters. In the world of NECA, I'm not sure what else is out there. I'm very happy that NECA did announce at the Comic-Con Pan's Labyrinth. Those are two figures that definitely needed in my collection. And in the case of those two, they will be purchased times two. Two in the box, two in my display, because that's where they need to be. Anyways, like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.